How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon BDSP Wi-Fi battle, and today is the last chance for us to showcase Entei in a Pokemon battle. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this one, and with that being said, let's find ourselves a game. Okay, so we found our opponent. They've got a pretty cool looking team. An Alakazam, Milotic, Mawile, Togekiss, Gliscor and a Weavile. Nice to see Mawile getting some love for a change. Hopefully we can get rid of it though with Entei. So looking at this guy's team, we've got a lot of things here. So Alakazam is a big threat. We want to make sure we keep Umbreon around for that. We definitely will be using Rotom to take out some Pokemon. I mean, he's got a flying type, a water type and a ground type, so pretty good running there. Looking at his team, actually, it's probably safe for me to lead with Rotom as usual. On the plus side, we have got Metagross over here. I've changed the item on Metagross because I was advised that Focus Sash isn't really the best item to have on it, so I've opted for Leftovers instead, because it's got a decent amount of bulk. So I'm thinking definitely lead with Rotom, and we'll just go from there. And the battle begins. They're going to lead off with Milotic, which is perfect for my Rotom anyway, as I lead off with said Rotom. So in a good position already. I'm not sure whether he will switch out into his Gliscor. It's probably pretty safe for him to do so, but I'm going to go for a Volt Switch anyway, just for the sake of it. And we'll see what my opponent does next. They're actually going to stay in, take the Volt Switch like a champ. That's fair enough, fair enough. What's my switch into in Milotic though? That's the real question. What is my switch in? So I'm looking at my team and I'm thinking we can either go into Togekiss, or we could go into Umbreon. Nothing else really stands out. I don't want to get burned with that. So I think what I will do is, I'll go into Umbreon just because it can kind of wall this thing. It might force a switch out. It might force a switch out into Mawile because Mawile obviously it went for Miracle. So that was an accidental really good switch. I didn't realize Miracle wouldn't affect me. I know it's a psychic type move, but I thought it was kind of one of them things where because it's not an attacking move, it's like a counter move. I thought it would, like, you know, disregard immunities and stuff, but I guess not. So I guess that means counter is ineffective against ghost types. Pretty interesting. I'm going to go for a Yawn because it's very likely they might switch out, but they're actually going to go for a Recover. That's fine, I don't mind. If I can put the Milotic to sleep, that's great, because if it's asleep, then it's not going to be recovering and all that wonderful stuff that it likes to do. So yeah, we'll put you to sleep real quick, and then we'll go ahead and probably going to switch back into Rotom, to be honest with you. Rotom seems like the optimal switch, and I think that it's likely that they'll switch out as well to prevent it from going to sleep. We'll just have to see what they do. Alright, they are going to withdraw the Milotic. What they're going to go into though, Gliscor. Interesting switch, and that actually gives me a good opportunity with my Rotom to go ahead and go for a Hydro Pump, so not too bad of a switch, to be fair. Gets the Toxic Heal, which is perfectly fine. I'm just like expect that of Rotom nowadays, of Gliscor nowadays. It's the only thing you can really run on it. Well, not actually, it's not the only thing. It is the only viable thing. Anyway, I'm thinking to myself here, he's definitely going to switch out, probably into something like, I don't know, Milotic, expecting a Hydro Pump, which makes me want to go for a Volt Switch or a Thunderbolt, but I'm actually thinking something different. What if we Trick? That way, no, I don't know whether I want to give this Gliscor a potential choice scarf. I think it's pretty obvious he'll switch, so I'm going to go for a Volt Switch. He stays in. Goes for a Stealth Rock. You stayed in. I could have Hydro Pumped you in the face. What are you doing? I mean, it worked out for you, so I can't really fault you, but damn. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch into Mamoswine real quick. That just threw me for a right loop. I could have KO'd that Gliscor if I just clicked the obvious move. Then I don't think that's overthinking on my part. I think that's just risky plays by my opponent, to be honest with you. It's a very risky play. Knocks off my Life Orb, which is not the biggest deal in the world. Kind of want to go for an Icicle Crash. Kind of think I should go for an Earthquake, expecting the Milotic to come back in. I guess I could actually go for Freeze Dry instead. Freeze Dry will work out both ways, so let's go for Freeze Dry real quick. I'm going to stay in and go for an Earthquake. What an interesting player this is. He's really, really not playing how I would expect someone to normally play. I don't know what this guy's doing. It's really confusing me. Really throwing me for a loop. Let's go for an Ice Shard real quick. Ice Shard, I'm guessing he's going to stay in. There's no way he's going to switch out now. Yeah, he's staying in and he's just letting his Gliscor go down. That's fine by me. That's one less pains for me to deal with, and also gives me free reign to Volt Switch with my Rotom, so that's pretty good. Especially considering he's got that flying type. Morwil's not exactly the bulkiest thing in the world. Neither's Alakazam, neither's Weavile. Volt switching around is going to be fun. Right, there's the Weavile, Speak of the Devil. It looks like I don't particularly need Mamoswine anymore. Do I have a good switch in though instead? That'd be better, but I guess we do have Umbreon. Umbreon can switch in. Umbreon has got very good physical defense. I think it's obvious he's going to go for something like a Brick Break. I see Brick Break all the time to get rid of screens. Then again, he could probably finish me off with a Throat Chop, so I'm going to go ahead and expect him to go into... Now, I'm going to go ahead and expect Dark type move, and I'm going to go into Umbreon. Umbreon seems like the best play. We're going to Umbreon. Sponge a hit real quick. There he is, our Midnight Fox boy. And he's going to go for a Nice Slash. Okay, pro tip, if you ever watch this video, my opponent, you'd be better off running Throat Chop on that instead of Nice Slash. Then again, you might be running it because of the higher crit chance, so that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Can't fault you there. I'm thinking in my head I go for a Yawn, so I'm going to do just that. I don't think he'll stay in with Weavile. I think he'll switch out into something like Morwile, personally. But we'll just have to see what they do. Alright, they're going to withdraw the Weavile real quick, and they're going to go into what? Milotic. Milotic is just going to be in the exact same position it was in a minute ago. Go for the Yawn real quick, and I can just freely switch into Rotom right now, so that's no big deal. No big deal at all. Just, Rotom can just come in whenever it wants now. Okay, yeah, let's just do that. We'll go into Rotom real quick. Rotom can sponge a hit from this thing. Doesn't matter what it wants to do. Rotom will sponge. Rotom will sponge. So I'm just curious as to what he's going to do. Stealth Rocks do dig in, which is a shame. Go for the Scold. That's fine. I can take that. Easy peasy. Does he get a burn? No, of course he doesn't. And that's a Milotic asleep, which is great. Great for us. I'm thinking we go straight for Thunderbolt. I don't care if my opponent switches out. The Thunderbolt will still hurt something on his team. Volt Switch was probably better, actually. But this is just in case he stays in. I don't think he will stay in, but from his past turns, I'm going to guess they might stay in, to be honest with you. Okay, they're actually going to withdraw the Milotic. What they're going to go into, I'm pretty sure everything on his team gets 2-hit KO'd by Thunderbolt, so this either way, yeah, Weavile, that's fine. It's not a bad situation for us to be in, so we can just go for a Thunderbolt, and he still doesn't actually know for sure that I'm Scarfed, so he might stay in right now and let Weavile go down, so I'm just going to go ahead and go for another Thunderbolt. Seems like a perfectly fine play to me. Stays in. He goes for an Ice Shard just to get some chip damage off, I guess. As I can just go for another Thunderbolt and just destroy this Weavile's life. There was nothing Weavile could do there. Nothing at all. So what they're going to go into now. Took out the Weavile, which is one less thing to worry about. Looking at the rest of the game, it looks like Metagross might put in some work if we can get rid of that Milotic. But either way, Morwile's here. We're not going to one-shot it, and I don't want to have my Rotom go down just yet. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hard switch into Entei, because Entei should really... Not only is it resistant to both stabs from Morwile, it's also quite a bulky Pokemon, so it can definitely take a hit. Even after Stealth Rocks, it's just going to be fine. As the Morwile goes for Play Rough, that's fine. Does a decent chunk of damage, to be fair. A good, like, fifth or whatever it is. Looking at the situation, though, I think it's obvious they're going to go into Milotic, but at the same time, my opponent has shown they don't switch out when it's most obvious. They like to stay in. They've got balls the size of planets. So let's go for a Sacred Fire and try and counteract that play. Nope, they're actually going to switch out. That makes a change. Milotic's coming in, that's fine. Hopefully this does a decent solid amount of damage to the Milotic, because it is a choice banded Entei after all, and it doesn't. So I'm going to guess that that is a physically defensive variant, which is perfectly fine, of course. Now we're in a situation though where we can freely just switch back into Rotom. Rotom is just perfect for this situation, to be honest with you. So let's go into Rotom real quick. Washing machines live longer with Calgon. Oh wait, no, this Rotom's not called Calgon. Never mind. I have a Rotom called Calgon. Leave me alone. I'm a sap. I watch adverts on TV. Leave me alone. Anyway, let's go for Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt will definitely 2-hit KO this Milotic. Stays in. Obviously trying to get rid of that sleep, I guess. You'd think electric attacks would wake them up. That could be a mechanic they add in the future. Electric attacks wake Pokemon up. Like it gives them a jolt of electricity and it's like, I mean, you get why, it makes sense, right? Let's get rid of a Thunderbolt. Even if they switch out, again, 2-hit KO and everything on the team. So we should be in a good position here. Them letting Milotic go down is just opening up the field for Entei to come in and slam the competition. So we'll go for a Thunderbolt real quick. Take out the Milotic. One more Pokemon gone. I don't think he really had any way to switch anything else in safely, though, to be fair. I mean, Alakazam's 2-hit KO'd. Mawil's 2-hit KO'd. Togekiss, unless it's specially defensive, might be 2-hit KO'd. I don't know. But looking at the situation we're in now, I think what I might do is I might hard switch into Mamoswine just to sack it off. There is obviously the chance that they go for the Thunder Wave expecting something else, but I'm going to go into Mamoswine just to sack it off. I don't really need Mamoswine anymore, looking at the rest of his team. You know, it comes in, it's going to get one-shotted by Sucker Punch from Mawile. It's going to get one-shot by this. Alakazam will outspeed and one-shot. It's not doing much for me anymore, so what we're going to do now is let's bring in... I kind of want to bring in Entei just for the sake of getting Entei some action. Let's do it. Let's see how much damage Entei can do to this glorious toothpaste-ridden bird. I don't even know what that means. Toothpaste-ridden bird. What am I talking about? Let's see what Sacred Fire can do. Goes with Dazzling Gleam. Clearly outspeeds us, which is frustrating. Takes us down to 3 HP, which is great. And they avoid... Entei, I'm so sorry. You didn't really do much this game. That's a real shame. What can you do? I guess, though, we know what kind of Togekiss that is. It's a Choice Scarf variant. That caught me off guard a little bit. Just a wee bit. And let's go into Metagross real quick, because we can definitely take a hit from this Togekiss. Definitely take a hit from the Togekiss. So we'll just go into the boy, Oreavium. And I'll just go for a Meteor Mash. There's no harm going for Meteor Mash. It should definitely one-shot a Togekiss if it's Choice Scarfed. We're going to withdraw the Togekiss, of course, because Fairy-type moves aren't going to be very good against the big metal robot. Brings in the Mawile. And Mawile should be Sheer Force. Not that Intimidate would matter, because clear body. I just don't know what Mawile does. I know it's got Flame Flare, Play Rough, Iron Head, Sucker Punch, Swords Dance? Who knows what it wants to do? I'm going to go for an Earthquake, though. Earthquake seems like the more accurate play, considering Meteor Mash probably will miss. Alright, they're going to withdraw the Mawile this time. What are they going back into? Togekiss? You crafty sod! You fully read the Earthquake! Like the back of your hand. Wow, we can definitely take a Flamethrower though, so I'm not too worried, to be honest with you. So there's the Flamethrower coming through. We can take that. Yeah, I thought we could. No burn, great. Meteor Mash, great. Boom, that's a Togekiss out of there. And because it was the Choice Scarf Mon, it's one less thing for us to worry about, which is great. Which is just fantabulous. So now all we've got to worry about is the Alakazam coming in and ruining everything for us. That's all we've got to worry about. There's the Alakazam. It's going to come in. It's going to try and Shadow Ball me. Shadow Ball / Focus Blast. I don't have Bullet Punch on this, unfortunately, but we're going to go for a Meteor Mash. There's the Shadow Ball. It's going to just take me out easily. There's no way I was living that. I mean, in hindsight, maybe I could have just switched into Umbreon, but at the same time, Metagross has, you know, it's done all it can. It doesn't need to do anything else. I'll just leave it be. Let bygones be bygones. I don't know. Let's go into Umbreon real quick. Umbreon seems like a perfectly solid option. And we can go for a Foul Play, which will damage the Mawile a fair amount. Or we can go for a Yawn. I think going for a Yawn is probably the best play. Because he's probably going to switch. No, he stays in and goes for a Focus Blast. Interesting. I'm definitely taking that. Just saying. There we go, see. Took it. Was that crit? What? Really? Did that much? I am severely overestimating Umbreon, I think. Which is a shame. But I am severely overestimating Umbreon. Again, it's a shame. What can you do, though? Let's go for a Protect. I want this Alakazam asleep. It's going to withdraw the Alakazam, though, and go into Mawile. Of course, the only Pokemon left they can go into. It's at half health, which is pretty good for me. I'm just curious as to whether or not... I don't really have a good switch into Mawile. Let's go ahead and let's just let us go down. It'll be fine. Go for the foul play. Shut out, yeah, outspeed, which is great. You can do a nice chunk of damage to it, as it can go for a play rough and finishes off, which is a shame, but what can you do? What can you do? Umbreon goes down. And now we're in a situation where it's like, what do I do here? Kind of want to go into Togekiss and just, you know, flamethrower it, because I'm anticipating that Sucker Punch will finish off my Rotom after Stealth Rock, so that's something I want to avoid if I can. Let's go for a flamethrower. Nice and easy. Take out the Mawile, and now all we've got to worry about is the Alakazam. Alakazam, correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't get Thunderbolts, unlike a lot of other Psychic types. Doesn't get Thunderbolt. I think the closest they'll get to Thunderbolt is Shockwave. But I don't think he's going to be running Shockwave somehow. I think he'll likely just run it'll just be Psychic Stab on my Togekiss. So what I want to do here is I want to go for Air Slash, and it'll let me scope how well Rotom's going to do in this situation, because if we go for Air Slash and it does minimal damage. Right, Psychic's coming through. Got 3 minutes left on the battle. There we go, I can take that. I'm a champ. I'm actually going to be able to get off 2 Air Slashes, which is cool. Perfect for Rotom to come in and finish the game off. So I might actually do it in one. Oh, no, I doubt it. We're only getting 2 off. There's the other Psychic. It's going to take us down to red. There we go. Go for another Air Slash. Extra damage on the Alakazam, which is fine. Boom. And I think we all know where this is going, right? We all know how this is going to end. I doubt his Alakazam is Choice Scarfed as well. If his Alakazam's Choice Scarfed as well, he wins. Oh, I've got that thought in my head now. Is it a Choice Scarfed Alakazam? Is that even a thing? It's not, is it? Well, for some reason, the thought's in my head. Oh, I'm just overthinking. Anyone else overthink like that? No? Right, we're going to Rotom. And of course, Alakazam doesn't get any priority moves. We don't have to worry about this at all. We can just go straight for a Thunderbolt and finish up the game. I nearly clicked Trick then. And they're going to forfeit, which is perfect. So that is the game. I hope you all enjoyed. It was a pretty good battle. It came right down to the wire. Made a few misplays here and there, perhaps, and whatnot. But yeah, with that being said, if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And I'll see you all in a bit.